right, everybody. She is a four-time Emmy-awarded host of the Today Show's Fourth Hour. She spent 15 years as a co-host of Live with Regis and Kathie Lee, and she's a best-selling author, of course. Kathie Lee Gifford joining me now. We are so excited to have you. How are you feeling?
Hey, Randall. How are you today? I'm great. I'm excited about these new projects I've got coming up.
Oh, yeah, we got to get right into it. Okay, so you've directed, written, and narrated a new film called The Way, highlighting moving stories from the Bible. You got to give us the breakdown.
Yeah, I had done my first film as a director and writer 3.5 years ago, and I put it out just on YouTube the day that I left the Today Show with Hoda, and that was 3.5 years ago, and it just got millions and millions of responses and outrageously exciting responses. Like, I didn't know God sees me. I didn't know God even existed, and I saw this, and I saw the God who sees, and I'm not going to kill myself. I'm going to give faith a try. Or my mother was dying and she was in hospice, and I thought she was leaving, and I played it for her. And she came to and asked Jesus into her heart, and then went home to Jesus. So I just those kinds of stories. Wow. And I went, whoa, this is anointed of the Lord. This is what I'm supposed to spend the rest of my life doing, taking these ancient stories that so many people in the world think they're dead stories, or that they never happened at all. And that's because people don't know the power of the Bible. They just don't. They just dismiss it as a big old dusty 5,000-year-old book with no relevance at all to today's world. They couldn't be more wrong. All these stories I tell in The Way and in the companion book, The God of the Way, are stories ripped from the headlines today of people that were hopeless, people that had no way out, people that heard from the Lord but didn't know how to do something. I mean, it's all the same. Nothing's changed except for the years have gone by. We're all part of the same plan of God to redeem mankind. So, or humankind, we call it. We want to include everybody. So I started writing more oratorios. And nobody should be afraid of an oratorio. It's sort of a lofty musical term, but it's really not. It's basically storytelling to a symphonic bed of music that moves you as you tell the story. It's ancient storytelling. So it's the language I speak too, because I've been writing for Broadway and theater forever. People don't know that side of me. They only know the talk show part of it, and that's about 5% of who I am. I've been a writer and a producer and an actress and a singer all my life. The directing is new, but it's thrilling for me. So the movie is called The Way, and then we decided we needed a companion book for the movie so people could go deeper in their faith after they see that these really thrilling stories come to life in a way that's never ever been done before, Randall. This has been a hard project to explain to people, because I said, I don't know what I'm doing here. This has never been done. I've written a movie before, written several of them, shot them in Scotland and other places, but this is not a traditional movie at all. But I think it's thrilling. I'm so delighted with the way it turned out. It's visually stunning. We shot it in Israel, we shot it in Utah, we shot it in Texas and here in Tennessee. My cast is unbelievable. You'll recognize so many of them. And I'm just hoping people will take this journey, Randall. Just take this journey with me and open their hearts to whatever God wants them to hear and see and experience from it. Take friends that are lost or hurting or broken or just need to get away, need to be reminded that God is alive and God does love them and has a purpose for their life. And if they want to, they can get the book, which stands on its own, but it was really made to be a study guide for the film.
Now, you've also mentioned this companion book, The God of the Way, along with Rabbi Sobel. For you, that means talking about God's character traits. And can you explain why you organized it that way?
Well, when I was writing the movie, and it was just revealing what it should be, I just thought, these stories are familiar to me because I've been a student of the Bible most of my life. But a lot of people don't know these stories. And I want them to know these stories. And you can only tell so much of a person's story through a song. I can sing, my artists can sing their brains out these beautiful songs about, the Abraham and Sarah and Moses and Joshua and Mary, the mother of Jesus. But but a song can only tell so much of a story. And I called my dear friend Rabbi Sobel because we had written a very, very big book years ago called The Rock, the Road, and the Rabbi. And he's one of the great biblical scholars in the world.
Wow.
And I dearly. So I said, Rabbi, I've done all the heavy lifting on this movie. I need you to co-author this book with me to go along, so that people can go deeper and deeper and deeper into the Abraham story, everybody's stories, because it's like the difference between watching your TV in black and white or watching it in high definition.
Oh, man.
The Bible comes to life in a way you've never, ever understood it to be. When you study rabbinically, and that means knowing what the Greek and Hebrew really mean. It means understanding the geopolitical and cultural relevance of it at the time. The complexities of things are what makes it far more detailed and exciting for me as a student. So, they're meant to go together. The film first, The Way, which comes out in theaters, just a Fathom event, which is one night only all around the country. That's the way I'd prefer everybody to see it first. It will obviously come out on DVD after that and then be streamed. That sort of thing, the general way things get out there now. But I'm thrilled it's going to be seen on 60-foot screens with Dolby sound. It's basically 65-piece orchestra that plays underneath it. And, that's the way movies are meant to be seen, is in a movie theater.
That is so awesome. Well, guys, the book is available next Tuesday. The film is in theaters next Thursday. Kathie Lee, one of the busiest people I know, thank you so much for taking the time to share these projects with us. We appreciate it so much.
Randall, God bless you, honey. Shalom, shalom.
Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate it.